Good morning, family. Hey, this your girl, Stephanie. Man, God is good. My door was knocked. Someone's knocking on the door early this morning, and my son was like, "Who at the door, Mama? That must be for you." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know who at the door." And it was my auntie Pat, and my auntie Kaylin. And she said, "Get up and let's go eat breakfast." And we had a little fellowship this morning and talked. And you ask God for restoration and stuff, and He moves. You know, and that was a good morning. It's a good morning to see my aunts, just pop up like that, because I definitely wasn't prepared. I didn't know that they were coming, but they came, and it was a nice fellowship with us. Reminiscing and talking about the times that we had as a family that we was before, and everybody just doing their own things, I guess, but that was refreshing. Thank you, Auntie Pat and Auntie KK, for coming through, and I enjoyed myself. Back home, I said, let me go do my little live this morning and update. I guess every day there's gonna be something different happening, and something, I guess when you say yes, like I said to God, He gets to moving. So be careful what you ask for, because get ready for Him to do it, because He's sure doing it in my life right now. Um, just grateful this morning. Again, woke up I was tired this morning, so I was actually trying to go back to sleep, and my aunt hit the door. So, Liz, I got your shirt. I got my Boss Diva on. um, I was thinking about some people last night that have helped me in my journey, and some ladies in Detroit that really helped me to get home and encouraged me as I was going through what I was going through, and stayed in contact with me. I'm trying to think of First Lady, because I called her First Lady. This lady was a jewel. She was a jewel. I mean, we sat in IHOP when we met. She met me when we were doing they was honoring one of the sisters, and Sister Clark. I met her there at this event, and they honored 3 women who had lost children, who have been going through their process, and it was just it was a really nice event, and I met First Lady Clark there, and it was amazing because she wanted to go have lunch, because she said when she saw me, she said the Lord was telling her to keep your hands on her, don't let her go. So we ended up meeting up, and we was at IHOP, and people can see stuff in you before you see it, and she saw all of this that was already on me, and you don't recognize who you are when you're broken, and I was really hurting. I was desperate to get back to California, and she actually helped me ship my stuff here. This ministry was like, we wanted to hold on. They want to hold on to me. They want to wrap their arms around me and stuff. And I knew that I needed to come home, but these women definitely helped me out to get through, my mission to get home. Even though they want to keep me, they helped me, and one of the ladies, my mind been so messed up. I'm trying to think of her name, but I want to actually have her on here. I gotta see. Hold on, what's her name? And I know her name because she's, but I just can't think of it right now. Oh Lord, how can I forget her name? I don't forget her name because we still stay in contact with each other. But when I was in Detroit, boy, they loved the girl. I mean, it would have been a good place for me if I would have been able to strike out on my own and be independent. But I wasn't able to do that. So best bet for me was to come home and go ahead and start grieving with my son and just going through the process that I needed to go through, you know. And these ladies really walked with me. They walked with me through it. And oh my God, I'm so sorry because you know who I. I can't think right now, but I'll probably think of it as I'm talking. But you know, these ladies really helped me. They ministered to me, and you know, one of them, she lost her daughter, and she has a powerful story and testimony as well. And I definitely want to have her on, you know, as soon as I can get in contact with her. But I can't think of your name, so don't charge it to my heart. But I will think about it because I want to have you on here with me and discuss her project, her process and everything. But you know, God is he's so swift and fast. He do stuff so fast, and it's amazing. Because remember, I said my process. I was gonna start off with forgiveness, and to see my aunties today and feel like I felt about them last week when I did that. When I did that live, I was angry. You know what I'm saying? But to see them today in the flesh, I haven't seen them in a while. And y'all, I look like my mother so much as I'm getting older. It's crazy because I used to always be mad when people said I look like my mother, but I really do. I look like my mother, especially with with my glasses on. But yeah, I look like my mother, and that's all they kept saying. Oh my gosh, she looked just like Dale, you know. But I guess I'm growing up into looking like my mother. You know, that forgiveness thing is real important. Can't move on without it. And like my auntie said, you know, no matter what, you know, we all crazy, but you know, we love you and we family. You know, and I just got to get to the place where I can. I know I have forgiven my uncle, but it's still hard for me to. I don't feel comfortable, and I don't think he feels comfortable when I'm around either. But I know I have forgiven my uncle years ago, you know. But when you get to a certain age, you can make that decision who you're gonna be around, and I just chose not to be around. So that stopped me from being around my whole family. And as much as I cuss them out, they don't know how to react to me when I cuss them out because I go hard. But it's only pain, it's only hurt that causes our anger and our grief. I mean our anger, and but at the end of the day, like I said the other day, I love my family, you know, and I love the family that God has given me because God has given me a big family, and I thank you guys for wrapping your arms around your girl because I wouldn't be here if I didn't cry out for help and people didn't move, you know. And it's people that you would never expect that's reaching out. It's people that I don't even know that I have encouraged through the years of going through my stuff. And you know, God uses who He wants to use, and you know, it's an honor to have people that you don't even know that want to love on you and that wants to walk with you. So, you know, it's not the people that you would probably expect, but it's the people that God said, and that's what I want in my life is people who God sent, because I know that it's going to stick, you know, at least for, you know, I don't know how many seasons, but this season I'm walking in some brand new, unfamiliar places, and I'm embracing it though. I'm embracing it. And, you know, that's what Pastor Smith was talking about yesterday, you know, embracing your new season. You know, everybody has a season. You know, he used the analogy of there's a time where they had to use the overflow room. And then there's a time when in ministry you come to church and there's seats empty. You know, everybody has their season. and even churches have their season. So that really encouraged me to know that I'm headed in the right direction, and my mindset is in the right direction for him to confirm everything that I said, that I've been saying for the past week. And really want my past to be the past. So as I share my stories with you, family, it's not that I'm still living in it, but um, it's to help somebody else. Because for me, the past is back there in the rearview mirror now. I don't have to. I don't have to live in it, but I can look back every now and then and see how far I've come. Thank you, Pastor Smith, for saying that. Bishop, thank you for saying that. I was thinking about my pastors in my life, and I've had four men of God that have taught me some stuff. And Pastor Humphrey was the first man that God used. I got my deliverance from that church, and I started walking in unfamiliar places at that church. And then, I've been to a few churches, but the men that have really impacted my life, I can say Pastor Smith, Carl Smith, because he used to always tell me, "You're so emotional. You're so emotional." I didn't understand what he meant because I was always crying and shouting and jumping up in church and stuff. But I learned how to worship being in his ministry. I learned how to mature and not react every time I was feeling something. I learned how to really worship God. So I believe that where I'm at right now in my development, I need him in my life because he's a great teacher. And I think this is a season that he's bringing me back where I'm at right now. I need to be there because of where I gotta go, and I need to be fed and nurtured. And Pastor Smith is an excellent teacher, and he don't play, And I know when I was in his ministry before, I was in my marriage, and it was a mess, and he tried to help us. But he couldn't. He couldn't. I was this ride or die chick with my husband, and my husband wasn't trying to walk through. He wasn't trying to walk in his deliverance. And, there are so many people in church that need help, and people can only help you for so long, and they got to take their hands off you because there's other people that need the man of God. So I understood that he had to step back away. It made me angry because I didn't understand it. But, there's other people that need what he had. So if we ain't going to get it, then he got to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he didn't stop praying for us. But I'm glad to be back in that ministry right now for a season or however long God has me there. I need to be in a place where people see me as valuable, and that what I have is needed. You don't always feel like that when you're at home because everybody know you. They know you, where you come from. They know you. But it's hard to really, for me, I think, I don't know. Churches are just so cliquey, and I'm just not a clique person. But I love and I want to be loved too. And Pastor Greg has taught me. What's the word? Come on, God, keep restoring my mind. Keep restoring my mind, Father God. He has taught me. You see how he has taught me. I'm gonna just go at it different because I can't think of the word, and it's right there. But that I can rely on my family. When I go through some hard stuff, and I felt like I disappointed all of that because, I was walking through this stuff and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to get up out the bed and get up and go to church anymore. I didn't have the finances. I didn't have the transportation, whatever it was. I wasn't able to be a faithful member of the ministry. And me in my past, when I was really in church, I'm faithful. I'm at rehearsal, I'm at Bible study, but I haven't been faithful in probably the last 6 years. and no ministry. I've been, kind of bouncing around, especially in my marriage. Me and my ex-husband was bouncing around different. We wasn't joining every ministry, but we was just bouncing around. And that's not what I'm used to. I'm used to being, I went from my grandfather's church to Pastor Humphrey's church. And I was with Pastor Humphrey's church for so many years. And then, life started happening. Real life started happening to me. And I got to the place where I was turned off of church. I was turned off the ministry. Because when you walk in your friends are the apostles and your friends are the bishops and stuff, and you see stuff, it just turns you off. So I was really turned off the church for a while. I was like, my relationship with God is more important and all of that, but I know that God wants us to be in fellowship too. But I felt like too that I do my ministry every time I speak. So I didn't feel like I wasn't doing God's purpose, but of course I was doing it my way. That was my way. So, and we all know how that works out when we do it our way. So I'm glad to be here for however long that God has me. Olivet, I love you, and I love you. I hope you do. I've been sick and I haven't been able to be the person that I've been that you guys probably used to me being in ministry, but my life is different without my kids. So I'm not even living or looking at life the way I used to. I look at life different now, after losing my kids. And I don't have patience for a lot of stuff. I don't want to be in no drama. It's just, I don't know. I'm just different. And, but I thank God for my different. I thank God for this new journey because it's gonna, I'm gonna get better, and people will get better by watching me get better. Like I keep saying, I can't minister to nobody. I can't sit on the phone and do like I used to do. Not right now, because right now I need to be poured into and allow God to develop me, so that when He does release me, it's gonna be it's gonna be a bomb. So I'm excited about that. I just thank God for the people in my life that has, came through for a season, a reason, and have left their mark on me and the memories that I could never forget. And, I appreciate so many people. I was thinking about Rhonda last night, and I just want to tell her, I love you, I love you, I love you, Rhonda. I remember when I left my marriage, she bought me a car. And I mean, that was my dog. I mean, we was doing everything together. I was great at St. Paul then. And, I thank Pastor Simmons, because Pastor Simmons at that ministry, I was at that ministry for my kids, because I love their youth ministry. It's awesome. And my daughter developed there. She was praise dancing. She was singing in a group with Peace and stuff. And Robin, I'm sorry I didn't make it, but I thank you for my tickets that you left at the door. So I'm gonna have to catch y'all when y'all singing somewhere else so I can get there, because I went there and they honored me that night on their last right when Brie died, and I was so broken in there. I was just sitting there like this, holding everything in. I wanted to shout, but I didn't know how to shout. Rhonda, she sung her song, and I mean, she told me up. I just had to get up and walk out the room. But thank you for sending me that. I love you, and I'll see you guys. I'll see Peace out there. It was just, she told me the day it happened, and I was actually out and about, and didn't have nobody to go with me, so I couldn't go, but I was really saving myself up for church. So thank you, too, for Robin Williams for putting those invitations at the door for your girl to come out and worship with you guys and minister. So, but I'm just thankful, and I just been thinking about everybody that has been in my life, that has have loved on me through the years, through my process, through everything that I went through, And it's been a lot of people, I don't want to offend nobody, not saying their name, but you in my heart, And man, it's crazy. It was crazy to sit there with my aunties today. And you guys pray for my auntie KK. She's having a surgery tomorrow, and praying that God's will be done and that she comes out of that, healed and stuff. And she's like the person that carries the weight of the family since my grandmother died. So you guys pray for her and continue to pray for my sister and Maya, my little sister. I see you right here. Pray for them. Their dad is sick, and like I said, pray that God's will be done in him, because we can pray for healing and all that, and if it's not willing for God to heal them, then you get disappointed when you say praying for your healing and they don't get healed, because sometimes it's time for them to go home. And that's why I pray for God's will to be done and that we be able to accept his will, because that's when you give a chance for whatever God is going to do, because we don't know. We don't know when our day is. He can live through this for 10 more years or whatever, but it's whatever God's will is for our lives, for us to, because I know some people that have prayed for healing and family got angry at the church because the healing didn't take place. And God is our creator, and he's the one that makes that decision, not us. But if it's his will for him to be healed, God, Father God, just do it. And if it's his will to take him home, God, where he doesn't have to suffer, God, give us the strength that we can accept your will and cope through that grief, because it's hard. Grief is hard, but it's what life is. We live to die. So excuse my coffee, guys. But my auntie was talking about me. She said, "Girl, you be too real on there. You be digging in your nose." I said, "I'll be digging. I'm wiping my nose because." He said, "We see everything you be doing." I'm like, that's me. I'm 100. I don't know how to be nothing else. So it just is what it is. But Thanksgiving is Thursday, and I'm gonna cook a little something, not a whole bunch, but I'm gonna cook a little something for my little family. And I hope everybody's Thanksgiving is good. I talked to some people that's having a hard time with Thanksgiving, family members. It ain't the same, but we gotta keep living. I'm not saying move on. I can't never say that, because I don't know how to move on, but I know I'm learning how to keep living in it. So my daughter has really been and she been in my heart lately real bad. I miss my son too, but it was just something about my daughter, that girl, but I've been missing her like crazy, but I'm getting stronger every day. And I'm keep allowing God to heal my heart and heal my mind, and my body, because I struggle with diabetes. I struggle with a high blood pressure, all kind of stuff, but I'm still here, and I don't know how to eat healthy, but during this walk this new journey, I want to learn how to eat healthy too as well, because I don't like healthy stuff. I really don't, but this food they're giving us out here, y'all, is killing us. It's blowing us up like pigs, and everybody's obese and all this stuff that they put in this food. I think they even putting cancer in the food. I mean, they giving so many people have cancer. It's crazy. It's like they're killing us slowly but surely, slowly, especially in the African community, in the African American community. I mean, they are, because we don't take care of ourselves. We don't take care of ourselves. We eat fast food. It's terrible the way we do our bodies. But I'm going to line up, even with these cigarettes. I was telling my sister girl yesterday, hey, lady, see, I hope you tore the walls down yesterday at church. I know you preached the walls off. I've been praying with you. But, I want to get healthy. I forgot what I was just saying, but I want to get healthy and learn how to, I was talking about the cigarettes, I was telling my sister girl yesterday, I said, this is coming off next, because this is the only thing that been holding on to me. I stopped using crack. I stopped doing all that stuff. I ain't had a drink since last year, because that was never my thing, but I just can't drink because it just ain't, it ain't good. Anybody will tell you she act crazy when she drink, but these cigarettes got to fall off now. you know, and I'm not going to stand in no prayer line to get it. God, this is between me and God, because it's time for me. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And my grandbabies need to have me around here for a few more years. You know what I'm saying? And my journey has just begun, so I can't abort it by putting this filth in my mouth. So I hope they just start tasting nasty and just take the desire. And I don't want to get fat while I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? But this is gonna be next. I can't wait to tell you my testimony with these cigarettes, because I've been smoking since I was 12 years old. I never quit. Only the time that when I was in a coma, when I got out, I hadn't smoked in 2 weeks after being in the hospital. So I was like, well, I'm not going to smoke. But so many people was around me. So I stopped smoking for about 4 or 5 months. And then I got stressed out one day. I was smelling it. Give me that cigarette. And, you know, I've been back. And that's my thorn, them cigarettes, you know. But I'm going to be delivered from it. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I don't hide it. I don't. It's just, it's, you know, my mind think it's helping my nerves. And I got bad nerves, you know what I'm saying? But I know that God is going to deliver me from that, because I want it. I want it, you know, and it ain't about me standing in no prayer line. This thing can happen right here in my house. That's what I'm learning, is that anything that God can do for me in church, he can do for me right here in my house, you know, because that relationship is personal. And I'm learning that. I'm learning that. I know what it's like to really be intimate with God. I know how to go into worship. I know how to do all that when I'm in church and all that. But really knowing how to do it with just me and him, it's okay for me to do that. I don't have to be afraid. I don't know why I used to feel weird, you know. And I had some worship at home, but really, really, really being in worship with God and just me and him. I sat with him these two something years of being angry with him. He was still right here with me because he took care of me, you know. But I didn't want to admit that I was angry with him, but I was, you know. And he's never left. So you know, I owe him this, because he has kept me and he has raised me from the dead. Because I'm telling you, I've been walking around here dead. You know, sitting up in this room and these four walls. You know, I got out again today with my aunties. I went to church yesterday all by myself. So, you know, God he's so faithful. He's so faithful. He's so good to us. And, you know, it's about that relationship. It ain't about, you know, being all sanctified and all that stuff. That's just not who I am. But I am God's girl. And I wear that title for a reason. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of God's girl out here. But I know that I'm truly God's girl, and I'm gonna try to wrap that name up, because that's mine. Everybody around here using it, but that's mine. I've had that name for so many years, so many years, you know, and it's really who I am, because can't nobody do me like God can, and save me from the stuff that he's kept me from. I mean, you know, I look at the things that I'm a minister to when he releases me, and, you know, you're talking to a person that had been through molestation, rape. You're talking about drug addiction, prostitution, teenage pregnancy, just so many things that God kept me from. So how can I not get up and give back what God gave me? Because everybody can't survive all that, you know. And I realize that now, and it's okay for me to be okay in that and not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of nothing, you know, anymore. I used to be, you know, I used to be afraid that nobody would want me after that. You know, no man ain't gonna want this girl. She got too many scars, and, you know, but that made me the queen I am. So, yeah, God's got him for me. And I ain't trying to entice him on this old line either. I don't need nobody coming. I want God's gonna let me know who he is when it's time. But right now, God needs I need to build my relationship up with God. I'm not even worthy right now of being in a relationship with nobody. I got to love me. Because this round, when he come, he got to treat me like the queen that I am. For real. You know, so I'm happy and I'm excited this morning. I was like thinking about what chapter, because I'm going to go through chapters, you know, on my lives, on my story and stuff, and share, you know, the journey. But God was just giving me, you know, today gratefulness and being thankful for everything that's, you know, because we all got to think back at all the people that have been in our presence and been in our lives and that have blessed us. When's his birthday coming? So, you know, I'm just grateful this morning, and I just thank God that he's still holding on to you, girl. You know, this day 8 was day 8, new beginnings. You know, my aunties popped up at the door today. That was awesome. You know, and my sister, I love you, Sonia. I love you, girl. I'm gonna call and check on my sister. She, you know, we get mad at each other and don't speak for a minute, but we sisters. I don't care what. You my sister. If I need to come kick down the door, whatever. You know, but love my family. Love my Facebook family. Love my family that God has given me. You know, I thank everybody. I'm just trying to. This is a shame. Is it Diane? ABCD. Nope, that's not it. My girl, her name is just missing out my brain right now. But I'll get back to that because I'm reaching out to her. But, you know, family, I just want to stop in today and say I love you. And, hey, lady. Hi, cousin. How you doing? I love you. I'll see you in here. Just want to stop and say I love you guys and thank you for your continuously prayers. And I feel them. And it's giving me strength every day to get up, you know. And I